Hey there, welcome back. I hope everybody's doing good out there today. Today I'm going to be doing a PayPal donation request for Deborah Kurenai. Deborah is a patron of mine. She's been around for a very long time. Has me listen to amazing music. And this month on Patreon, on Patreon you get a song. You get to pick a song for me to listen to. It can be anything. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what it is. And Deborah always has me listen to some really great music. But this month she had me listen to a guy named Leo Jiménez. And I dug it. It was like music from my youth. It was just so perfect for what I would listen to, years ago and still love today. And then she just made a donation on PayPal to have me listen to another Leo Jiménez song. So I'm super excited for this. This is Desde, Niño, which I looked it up. I don't know if it's a perfect translation. He's Spanish. I don't know if it's a perfect translation, but I believe it translates to from childhood. I'm really excited for this because this is from 2012. So this is from a while ago. And when I looked up, because I wanted to know about his band. Deborah told me that his band pretty much is always the same. So I hunted it down, and I believe he started in 2012. And so now I know who his band is at this time. There's been change-ups throughout the history of his career, but for most of it, up until just a couple years ago, it's been the same guys with him. So we've got Leo, of course, on vocals. The drummer, who is still with him today, is Carlos. And then his bass player, Edu, and his guitar player, Antonio, who were with him from the beginning up till about 3 years ago. Really excited for this. I was so impressed with him before. I don't speak Spanish, so I don't understand the language, but that's one thing that I have discovered on this channel ever since I started this channel is that I don't need to understand the lyrics. I don't need it to be in English for me to absolutely love something. And I really dug that first song of his. So I cannot wait to get to this one. Deborah, you're an absolute rock star. Thank you so much for everything you do. You've supported me so much, and I really, really appreciate it. You are a badass. I can't thank you enough. So I'm excited for this one. So here we go. I even hunted down a picture from the album this is from. This is the four guys will be on stage. I don't know if this is the video is live, but I don't know if this is a live video or if it's an actual from a show live recorded. But I'm super excited for this. So here we go with Leo Jiménez with Desde Niño.
Ya hace 20 años que pasó y lo recuerdo como el día mejor. El sonido hizo perder mi razón y desde entonces no paró. Esto es
Yes.
real, descomunal y recorrió mi corazón.
This is badass. Okay. The music is badass. This is 100% my music. This is my life. If I had heard this before, I would have been a big fan, even with it being Spanish. Even though before I started my channel, I had trouble listening to music that wasn't in English. But I've discovered so much amazing non-English music that it doesn't bother me at all anymore. And this is badass. The video, it's not live. It's a studio track put over a live performance plus story elements, and the story elements of the video are hard. I was lucky. I grew up in an amazing house with my mom and dad when I was really young. I never heard them fight once. They never really yelled. We got disciplined, but we didn't get yelled at. Then my dad passed away when I was really young. I was 10 when he passed away, and then it was just my mom. It was hard, but never bad like that. And even when my mom remarried, my stepdad, although I didn't really get along with him, he was a nice guy. I just didn't get along with him. That was my stuff, not his. So I almost feel bad. Not almost. I do feel kind of bad about how I didn't go at him. I didn't, insult him or disrespect him, but I wanted nothing to do with him. And now that he's passed away as well, I felt kind of bad about how I didn't give him the chance that he should have. But I grew up in a great home. And so it's hard to see stuff like this because I seeing the kid, you burying himself in the music. I did that, but not to hide from abuse, but to hide from everything else, basically. And I wanted to go back. I'm going to go back to that shot of him where first of all, the Fear of the Dark album came out when I was in high school. Love that album. But there's a shot of him. Where is it? I want to see the albums that are spread out. There we go. The Iron Maiden, the Striper. I love that the Striper got so much of a shout out. I'm a big fan of Striper. I love Striper. Anthrax, loved them. Everything in here is my teenage life. I love that they're showing this, and the Metallica shirt and the Pantera and the Megadeth. Pantera. Wait, that's not Pantera. I'm not sure who that is. No, that is Pantera. That's God, I can't think of his name. No. God, I can't think of his name. The lead singer. But I love seeing all these metal albums that are from my life. This bedroom could have been my bedroom with although I didn't have many records, I had all tapes. But this is I'm getting off track from the song just by living through this kid's bedroom, but the song is amazing and the subject matter of the video is definitely difficult. I was lucky that I had plenty of problems of my own, but luckily parents that fought or yelling in the house wasn't one of them. I was so lucky with that, and I thank God every day that I didn't have a bad childhood in that way. Ozzy, it's Ozzy, man. Priest, sorry, I'm focusing too much on the albums and not the actual song. The song is killing it. I'm loving the song. It's everything to me. This is so good. Manowar, I saw Manowar up there. That was a cool solo, and you could tell there was double tracked, where it went into a harmonized solo. That was killer. This is just, I know this was 2012, but this is 80s personified. This is cool. No, a little bit more. Hold on. I want to stop it where the kid, you can't really see him, but I used to do this. I would perform the songs in my room. Um, my friends and I, this is a little embarrassing actually. I had three other friends, or two really good friends, and then one of them's little brother who ended up becoming one of my really good friends too. We would perform full songs with tennis rackets, and we would decide who was the drummer, who was the singer, who was the guitar player and the bass player, and we would in our rooms just live music. It was so much fun. It kills me that I didn't dedicate more of my life to learning an actual instrument, like a rock instrument. I was in music my whole life in orchestra and stuff, but I was a drummer for a very short amount of time, and not a very good drummer. I wish I'd dedicated my life to learning that better, because as a kid, it was everything I thought about. It was so this is cool. I'm hating the situation of why the kid's burying himself into the music, but the process of burying himself inside the music is very familiar. And they had a crossfade where it went from the kid to Leo, which makes me think this is kind of autobiographical, which hurts me that he possibly grew up having to deal with this type of stuff. But the song is killer. I am digging this a lot. His voice is killer. Something for us on that shirt. That is so badass. Okay. The guitar player, Antonio, is an absolute monster. He's so good. Let me know what he's doing now. Is he in a band currently? Because he's a badass. The drums sound amazing. Carlos on the drums is just killing it. And the bass player, Edu, I hope I'm saying his name right. It's Edu, Fernandez. He's killing it too. It's just so good. The band is incredible. Leo's voice is crazy good. It's got just the right amount of grit while allowing himself to go up to those really high cleans. Very cool. This is monster. Seeing the kid also, and I keep going back to the video. The video is super interesting to me. I wish I could get a shot of the kid right here. The denim jacket. I never had one, but back in the day, tons of my friends had the denim jackets with the band patch. You always had one big band patch in the middle, and then covered in other band patches. Everybody loved their jackets. They lived for them. Actually, a kid that I knew and was friends with but wasn't really close passed away in junior high school, and he was buried in his denim band jacket that had all his patches that he wore every single day. I never had one. I never wore jackets. It just wasn't. I've never felt comfortable in a jacket like that. But all my friends had them, and it was so cool. It was my notebooks that were covered, had face front and back with band logos and stuff. But those jackets, and this one's a vest, but most of them were jackets. Were life. The kids just loved them. This is crazy. This is 2012. Leo and his band are living the 80s fully in the 2010s. This is crazy. He's so good. This whole song is killer. Oh, that double bass. Wow! Whoa! Hold on! Wait! I know it's over, but when he went up high with his voice to blend with the guitar, that was incredible. That was crazy. It took me a minute to realize that was his voice. Listen to this. He's doing the O's. Holy crap. That's so good. Okay, that was badass. Holy crap. Okay, that was a patron shout out request for Deborah Kurenai of Leo Jiménez with Desde, Niño. That was killer. Holy crap. That was everything for me. That was the music of my life. And then seeing the video with the kids bedroom, and I would say 90% of those albums I had. Some of the posters I had those exact posters. That was crazy. It's crazy nostalgic. And he's doing that currently. That's like he's like brought the badassness of the 80s. I know a lot of people hate the 80s or hate glam metal, hate all these other different genres that came out in the 80s. And, that sort of died out in the 90s when grunge started to take over. That was my music. I lived for it, and I still love it. I love every bit of it. That was fantastic, Deborah. That was a killer song, and Leo has definitely earned himself a permanent spot on my channel. I am definitely going to be doing more Leo songs. This was killer. This was amazing. I really, really like that. So again, Deborah, you are an absolute rock star. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. If you guys like this video, give it a like, comment, subscribe, and notification bell. Thank you guys so much, and I will talk to you next time.